Hey you guys, we are back with yet another video. What episode, child? I done lost what number episode this is. But of Use That Damn Product, child. It's another episode of Use That Damn Product. Today's video is dedicated to not Unearthly. That was the last episode, child. The two-parter. Baby, this is dedicated to Dede signature. I was thinking, should I do a two-parter with this one too? I'm not too sure. But yeah, girl, like I'm gonna start with I recently have 4 palettes in my possession. Okay, 2 of them came intact. The other 2, not so much. There's always, I feel like the other 2 is always just one shade that just pop off at the end. And I was like, what the fuck happened? And you know what? It was the 2 recent releases. And she has another one coming out. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be patient enough to see what it looks like. In fact, as soon as I get off filming, I'm gonna check on her website to see, her Instagram page to see if she did a reveal or not. But baby, I'm ready. So we're gonna go in order of publication date, release date. Okay, I'm thinking my books right now. But we're gonna try to create this look by Anya Tisdale. And so far on my face, I had to go into my archive. Not archive really. But of course, Vanessa Marks, duh. What you thought? I really need to use my other products before they go bad. So maybe I'll film what's in my bag, child. You know, shop my stash video, because I need to use whatever I got. I hope this don't pop off. And the next few videos, actually, I should definitely film at least one video with Fantasy Cosmetica, because I only have 1 palette from them and I have yet to use that palette at all. I just swatches last year when it arrived, but I have yet. Literally, I'm going through my palettes from last year and this year, okay, at the same damn time. So on my face right now for the balm is shade 6 and shade 8. Surprisingly, because I'm trying to use it up. Of course, my Juvia's Place tan bronze, I used the light one to like bronze up my face. I think I used the Huda Beauty Banana Bread pressed powder, pressed powder version of that. And for the blush, I used the shade Jubilee from Juvia's Place. Not Juvia's Place, Vanessa Marks. I also used a little tiny bit of shade 11 for this serum tint. What else did I use on my face? A random lip balm from the Black Sephora store. And the highlighter from Dede Signature. This is the Dazzling Bronze highlighter. As you can see, it's so pretty, bro. I use mostly the middle shade. Like right here is where I did it. It's so fucking pretty. Bitch, it's so cute. I love this shit. Like, I love this shit a lot. Concealer, shade 10 from Vanessa Marks, and I just tried to re-wet my face so it kind of melts in together, because I was kind of looking a little ghostly. And then I realized I forgot to check my my library for stuff I need to return. So that's why I'm like, you know what, let me do my makeup real good and head on out. Will I be wearing lashes today? Probably. I'm not in the mood of wearing lashes right now. And if so, then I'll go with half make lashes and put it underneath, because I'm not in the mood to put my lashes on top. So let me put on my stuff so we can get started. Today it's a holiday palette, just in time because it's October 1st as I'm filming this right now. Whoops, this is the Fearless holiday collection. Okay, and I don't know, I've been feeling for like the orange, the browns, and the reds, and I hadn't think about any other colors because the other colors have like different tones of these colors, bro. And you see how dark that saturation is? Oof, it's my first time actually dealing with it. I actually have a few other single eyeshadows, and it's their metallic ones. I still want her to bring back the holochrome ones, okay? I still want her to bring back those neutral holochrome colors so I can buy them up. But you know what? I can't get what I want. So, you know what? Since I am trying to copy, give me 1 moment to prime my face and we'll see. Listen, this is the part where I insert the swatches, okay? But yeah, look how beautiful this is, bro. I was doing some B-roll footage, and I don't know if you can tell, but I do notice some staining after I wash it twice, of course. You see that blue line? If I'm not mistaken, I feel like it's this shade. Of course, this shimmer is still, like the base pigment is still on my skin. Same with creme. Is it cinnamon roll? No. Yes, actually cinnamon toast. Those two shimmers. And whatever this red shade was, one of these reds, I feel like caused, actually, I feel like it's this red. Because it's very bright, and I feel like, it's probably going to cause some staining. And I was right, because you still see that line. Hopefully you can see. It's like right across the blue. I hope you can see on my skin tone. But yeah. And you know, I do see some kind of staining with whatever the shade is. But it's not as bad. Just so y'all know. Anyways, I'm going to go into the Sage Saddle. And she does have this super soft one. And I think I might put that in the center. Because the center shade does seem to be like more, when I look at the photo, more centered, I guess. Duh, because it's a center shade. Kind of like a nudie like color. So give me a moment, child. Actually, it's kind of, I'm gonna have to like put that a little bit all over the lid, maybe. Let me see. We're just gonna fiddle and dabble with whatever tools I got in front of me. At least what I can see without my glasses. Bro, I need some contacts. Anyways, ooh, but I'm gonna put this like as my center shade, kind of all over. To be honest with you, I'll probably put it all over my lid a little bit, like mostly out here. There we go. Or that shade Saddle. And I'm thinking, of course, on the inner and outer corners, but on the inner corner, she looks like she went in with the black color. I don't have the black in this shade, so we're gonna go with the shade Cacao towards the towards the inner corner. Actually, you know what? Let me actually look for something real small, so that way, you know, it can be a little bit more defined, and then blend it out with the shade Saddle. Cacao. What was it? Looks more straight, so you know what? Whatever. We're gonna try to do it as much as possible. So. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Saddle on the outer edge, actually. Yeah, like right here. And since I'm gonna have to like make Saddle and Soft Phase a lot, so I can get like that light brown effect that I want. Is this light enough? I hope so, because I want this to be like up here. Yeah, kind of. So you could always use that shade Soft Phase to like lighten shit up right here. Come on, Soft Phase, and like pack that joint in. See? Okay, Soft Phase. Okay. So if anything, these shadows can mix quite well. Let me put Soft Phase, like really take it all the way up to the highbrow and kind of go in with a little bit into it right there. See? That was nice, actually. And everything is kind of going outward, so we're gonna have to do the same thing out. I let it in. I let it out. I should have done the cut crease at the end and then put the highlighter on top, because then it's gonna mess up my makeup. Oh well. Oh well, you live and you learn. Let's go back into Soft Phase. I'm gonna go back and forth between Saddle and Soft Phase. I feel like if you're only have this in your collection, Soft Phase, you could definitely hit pan on this, because it's a good mixer. Like, if you're scared to use these other shades, just kind of mix it in with Soft Phase and you're good to go, honey. It's not patchy. Okay. Going back into the shade Cacao. And then up here is going to be the orange. So you know what? Let's go in with the shade, this going right here. We want to I'm thinking about using something like this. And then, oh, but then it's going to have to, there we go, something much deeper. Just kind of do that cut. So give me one moment while I look for something to like kind of cut. I got a little bit on to like kind of cut this crease. And hold on, let me look at the picture again. Okay, so everything is like straight line. However, over here is like a semicircle. So I'm gonna have to like go right here. This is gonna be where I'm gonna cut a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna go into like the cherry red called holiday flavor, and we're gonna place it right there where it is at, you know, and just pack that joint in just like she did, you know. Leading into this, and whatever else can be fixed with liner. Since I still gonna have to use some liner, I'm gonna be very nice and subtle. Ooh, a little tingle. I'm sorry, that was weird. And literally that's it for like the outer part. I feel like the outer part should have been more of a semicircle, but I didn't do it too much, you know. I just wanted to be subtle a little bit. And just pack that joint in. And I was gonna go into soft phase just a little bit, but nah. Holiday flavored it is only, and just dap it in. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous because it is a red pigment, and I heard that red pigments tend to be, or red eyeshadow tend to like irritate people's eyes, so I hope I don't start to water. And they kind of brought it down a little bit, so I'm gonna do the same thing, just a little bit down, just like how she did. Ooh, pretty. And I think as I bring it down, that's when I'm gonna add like soft phase into the bottom part. Because everything is so kind of squarish. So with the same brush, soft phase, and then I'm gonna pack it in at the bottom part diagonally, you know, leading into my kind of concealer a little bit. Yes, see, that's what I'm talking about. See, it kind of lightens it up a little bit. Soft phase again without, you know, wiping it off. You see how it kind of turns pink? Okay. Yes, man. Now it's more of an ombre when you kind of go back in between those two colors, because baby. Okay. Okay. Now I kind of want to put in Moody Autumn with Chai Latte. Should I do that? You know what? Maybe I'll do that towards like the end. Let me see which primer I want to use. Actually, just a little bit of Bella Beauté bar, just real quick, all over the lid. Dry down just a little bit. I'm almost done with my first bottle, y'all. I heard that they changed the bottle because, like, I don't know if you can tell, but like, it's cracked. You know, you see the little crack? But yeah, girl, it is what the hell it is. Let me just wave. And you know what? Just cute. I'm gonna go into Moody Autumn. I'm gonna dip some off and like right here towards the edge. Ooh, you see more of the green from like this duochrome-ish because it's brownish and green, you know? This is nice. Okay. And you know what? Yeah, Chai Latte is going to be in the center, of course. So, you know what? Let me just use the same, but like kind of use it as like a flat brush. So right here in the center, Oh yeah, yeah, mama. Chai latte is so cute. Okay, let me just overlap everything, you know. Chai latte. This is so nice. I like chai latte a lot, bro. Okay, that's it for the shimmers. Let's do the eyeliner thing. If I can find an eyeliner. Child, I know I have an eyeliner here somewhere. Give me a moment. One moment. Child, I'm gonna pick a liquid one. Wish me luck. As a matter of fact, what's the liquid one? You know what? I need to use what's in my artillery, so I'm gonna go with the so-called elf one. Listen, we use what we have. And let me look at the reference photo one more time. I know it's like straight up and then some glitter. I'm gonna use the same highlighter as like my little glitter highlight, and it's just a regular blend. Yeah, it's just cut crease and then kind of like in there. I'm not good with my inner corner, so I think I'll start with my inner corner, to be honest with you. So, and where the fuck is it? Motherfucker, where is it? Where is it? Ho? You laughing? Shit's funny to you? Child. Oh my God. Where is it? Give me one moment. Again. Girl, I clearly need some glasses to see, because what the hell? What the helly? What the heliante? What the fuck? You know what? Let me just bring this down and hold on. I'll just do a straight line. Okay. Straight line like that. And oh, okay. Okay, hold up. Slow down, Savannah. How am I gonna, you know what? Come on, you know what? Hold up. Let me just grab this, pull. Okay, Savannah, hold up. I can save it. Savannah, that's it. I'm not gonna touch nothing else. And you know what? Hold on. Savannah, don't say a fucking word. Savannah, don't say a fucking word. I will be blaming Elle for this. I'm trying to be as tight line as possible. Listen, I'm gonna put some eyeshadow there. Wait a minute. Some of the eyeshadow kind of. Well, hold up. Let's look back at the reference photo. Okay, so highlight that's down there. Listen, we're gonna put some highlight to kind of hide this atrocity. Okay, Savannah. Okay, Savannah. No, Savannah. I wish it was more pointy. How do the girls get pointy? Is it because, well, it is point. Do I just flick? I'm scared to flick it. You saw what I did, right? You saw what I did here, right? I'm scared to flick it. So I will not be flicking it. Can I zoom in a little closer? Because I need to see this side too. How? Okay, flick. Look at the flick of the wrist. Hold on. It disappeared, so hold on. Look at the flick of the wrist. Okay. Yeah. That's it. I'm not gonna touch nothing else, bro. I'm not touching shit else. Calm down, Savannah. Calm down. I'm panicking just like you're panicking, okay? You know what? Let's see if we can just. Okay, Savannah. It was okay, cool. Calm, cool, collected. Now we need concentration of highlight, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to dip into the pink parts, like, you know, kind of, or the very, very top part. That dark pink, that's gonna be underneath here. So we're gonna have to use like some kind of brush like this that's kind of concentrated a little bit, just a little bit. And should I spray it? Oh well, that's gonna be right here. That's not concentrated enough. Let's see. Let's wipe this thing off, and we are going to, there we go, a little bit more dense. That's what I want. There we go. Kind of going underneath the eye a little bit. we go, I guess. Okay. I'm just gonna have to cover this with some eyeshadow. I don't give a fuck, Keisha. I don't give a fuck, Keisha. And then, you know what? Some of that that same shade right there, you know? Leading into that. Just boom, you know? You know? I mean, what matters is that we tried. I'm gonna be wearing glasses anyway. Y'all not gonna see shit. Y'all not gonna see shit. Don't judge me. This is the closest I can get to this, okay? With the color scheme I had in mind, okay? And I'm really liking this empty space. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, lashes. Just a pop of mascara. Should I put mascara? Ugh, I should. But I have, I'm gonna have to put my half make lashes on because I'm not really into this whole thing. Should I go with clear? Yeah, I don't even know where my lash applicator is. So you know what? We're just gonna have to stick with mascara today. I'm not in the mood to be looking for shit without my glasses, you know? I should have it. I'm sure everything is right in front of me, but do I want to look? No. Excuse me while I look for mascara. All right, this is it. First of all, my hair feels so soft after I took that deep conditioner. Well, it's not a deep conditioner. It's a leave-in. And I put that, you know, that sauna of a, you know, head cap on. It feels so, scrumdiddly yum yum. So I used, this is the Mitchell Nude Set, you know, case, the lip case. I don't really like the red, so I stuck with this. And I feel like these have a few reds, like the top row from here to here has like a reddish, pinkish, beige. So I went with this shade, and this shade in the center. So this as a liner, this to kind of blur out the liner. And yeah, a nice ombre. So this is perfect timing, Moffy and Planted Seed if you're looking for this look combo. It's nice. Because, like, you know, you got the red, you got the orange, and you got the browns. Just like my eyes. Okay. I haven't used this in a hot minute. I'm going to try to use it more. You know what? I feel like I like this for, like, if I'm, like, in. But, you know, what I'm going to do, carry this with me when I'm going outside. I mean, I do got that medium-sized Telfar bag, so I guess I could. But, like, I don't want my brush getting dirty and shit. Also, you heard that they got this mediums coming out? Baby, as soon as I get some money, save up money, I will be getting this medium. Now, I don't know what medium I want. I really like the color of the purple that I got. I got the aqua purple. Baby, I love, that's like my perfect shade of purple. Because don't get me wrong, the other purples I like. But that purple, I love that purple. I love that purple, bro. But like, yeah. I might go for green or blue for the next one. But I really want the New York plastic bag one. Anyways, that's it. We'll go outside. Let me put on some pants. Let me put on some pants, okay? And, oh, this highlighter, bitch. Let's look in. That shimmer is so nice. And you know what? On top of that soft base, it's cute. You know? It's real cute. I like this a lot. Hold on. Let's turn down the exposure just so I can see. It's not perfect, but, oh, look at that sparkle. Ah, bitch, stop. I'm so in love. I'm so in love, okay? Listen, it's not perfect, but, hey, man, it is what the hell it is. Let's go outside real quick. Anyways, y'all, what do y'all think? I can't see because the sun is so dang on bright, but I'm really liking the lippy. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see if I can like lower the exposure. Is it all the way down or ooh no. It's just so dang on bright. That's why I can't see shit. But oh well. Hopefully y'all can see. That's what matters. Is it looking good? Is it looking crazy? Y'all let me know. Cause is it looking cute? Is it looking crazy? Anyways, I can't see. But that shimmer, my God. Jesus, the highlighter. Cause at this point I can't see my screen, but I can see my reflection in the screen, you know? But like, bro, the shimmer, the center shade, it's so dang on bright, bro. I can't see, so I don't even know how zoomed in I am, to be honest with you. Anyways, that's it for this look. Yay! Okay, this might be, I don't know. Okay, so this is the second look. As you can see, we're only dealing with the mattes today because I kind of want to use other stuff in my collection. I hadn't used any of my glitters in a hot minute. I've been using mostly, like, each time I use the glitters, it's been mostly, like, you know, the jelly ones, not the loose ones. So I need to use the loose ones, but not in this look, okay? So, of course, we're going to go with Drop of Fantasy. You know what? Here's what I think. Here's my thing with Dede Signature. Sometimes there'll be palettes that I don't want, and then I see the looks with it, the inspo from it, and I'm like, you know what? Let me swim back and get it. And that's what happened with both Actually not both, but really this palette and the fourth palette, which will be look number 4. But babes, I'm like obsessed. I've been wanting to do blue and orange, but obviously I need something to transition in between those two. Yeah, girl, we're gonna get into it. It's very pigmented though, child. As you can see, just some staining from the shade Fears Are Fun. I thought I would get stained from this, but nah. But, oh, look at these colors. And as usual, this blue beads always gives me problems, to be honest with you. Obviously, we're starting off with a white base. I did go in with decided to go from light to, light to dark. So we're going to go in with the shade Droplets on your palette. With a fluffy brush and high key, I'm putting that shit like all the way up to my brow bone and tap that joint in, okay? This is the part where I speed shit up. Then we're gonna go in with this brush from Unearthly. This is, if you got something that's shaped like this, where it's kind of flat on the side, but like this, kind of like a dome shape a little bit. It's just a little bit flat. If you got something like this in your collection, go ahead and get it. You don't necessarily have to use the brush that I'd be using, but look in your collection. I'm pretty sure you don't have to get brushes, child. Use what you got. And I'm pretty sure most of us has something like that, but just not from Unearthly, you know? Then we're going to go into shade Beads, okay? And just with the tip, you're going to go as high above. Since this is all the way to the brown bone, kind of where it meets, like right there. That's where it is. That's where you're going to like basically go around, you know? Then you're going to go in with this angle brush. Look for any angle brush in your stuff. This is a slightly fluffy, but this is also from Unearthly. Can y'all see? I hope so. Listen, this is the UC8-3 brush from Unearthly, okay? High key, I might go back to get more brushes of these because I love these a lot, okay? I love these a lot. So you're going to go into the shade. What is that? Globos? Listen, the holographic is kind of throwing me off, so I can't really see the letters as much. So it's like, oh, Globos, okay? This deep purple shade. And right below it, actually kind of overlapping it because you kind of want to go into a blurple phase, you know? So that way it kind of blends. Because, you know, I don't know, people be saying that purples, greens, blues, they're kind of hard to be mixing together. But I love, like, those three colors, they're so complementary to each other that I find it, like, I don't know, easy to do. Maybe if it's in cross-reference, like green, if you have a green and purple eyeshadow, I can see where that's difficult to be having some blending issues. Then, let's see, what's another one? Nah. I feel like blue is an equalizer because if you mix blue with green, sometimes you get a teal color. And if you mix blue with purple, you get a teal, a blurple color. And sometimes, purples have like this, bluish undertone, like some cool tone undertones versus the warm. Now, if you try to mix a blue with a warm purple, because I feel like warm purple has more pinkish and reddish undertones to that, then yeah, you're going to run into some issues. And same with with green. Sometimes greens have some more warmth to them, have some more yellow to them. So, well, I would say yellow, that kind of orangey color, which is why I like orange and greens together, depending on the undertone of the orange and the green. Bruh, it all depends on the undertone, okay? But yeah, you're going to go into that with pack that joint in, okay? Because I'm trying to, oof. High key, boom. And it's like right there. These blend so well together. Go back in with the same brush. Go back into the shade Beads and kind of overlap. We will be overlapping like kind of above, right there in the middle. Feel free to go back and forth between the colors, honey, because you're going to be doing that a lot to get a nice seamless blend. Then you're going to take another brush, kind of has something more packing, and you're going to go into the shade Fears, and you're going to overlap literally to like here from the middle of your eye to like where that purple is, because you're going to go back and forth anyways, but you want a seamless blend. So literally I'm going to dip once because this brush I have, which shall not be mentioned by name because I'm not supporting that brand no more. It's e.l.f. If you have it, it's the angle contour brush, but if you have it, you have it. Use whatever you got, girl. But you're gonna overlap literally to only like half of the lid, because you're gonna go in with another color. And literally, you did lose some of it, but like I said, you're gonna have to go back and forth between these shades because they work so well together anyways. But for now, we're just planting down the colors, and then we'll go back into, you know, blend a little bit more. Ooh. Ooh. Ugh. This eats so much. Ugh. Okay. And then you're going to go in with a dense brush, and with that orange, kind of overlap to the middle. From your inner corner to the middle. Okay? And because you have more like precise brushes that you use this time around, you don't really need to cut the crease. Now, if you want to cut the crease, yeah. But for the most part, it's cut. And I kind of go with something like this because it's like more precise, you know? Like right there. And we're just going to pack that joint in. Oh, and it's the shade Facade? Whatever this neon peachy shade is. I'm not going to lie, this orange shade. And you know what? This middle shade, Fears at Fun, not really my jam. I feel like it kind of throws off, but hey, what am I going to do? But I'm glad it's there. So when you mix and match between the palettes, you can do whatever. Ooh. Let me get this cat hair up and out. And this is also going to go right below because I do want the blue to contrast with the peach. This weird peach color. And I feel like I put the white base too far out, so I'm going to go over it with like some kind of, with your foundation powder that matches your skin tone. So that way things can actually go well. Okay, you see how it's like half and half? You're going to overlap it. You're going to have to go back in between anyway. So I like to like leading in and just go right over it. Right there. You see how it kind of blends in? Oh, so nice, bro. So nice. And you know what? I feel like even though this is a Neon Fears, it has... You see how it... Ooh, sorry. I got dipped into the holochrome. So I feel like Globals is more of a cool tone purple. And this is more of a warm tone purple. So it has like that reddish undertone. And you know, when you follow the rainbow, you know, red, orange, and this is technically an orange. If you think about it, this is an orange despite it being a peach. So when you kind of overlap it, it kind of blends so well together. Okay, girl, I see what you was thinking about. Okay, because when you overlap these two, it kind of makes a pinkish shade in between. You want, yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. So we're literally gonna keep going and pack. And then, this is the part where we're going back and forth between colors. I still have some on my brush, so I'm going to literally overlap. Overlap a little bit. You see, now it's lighter because these, first of all, I'm not saying all matte shades are the same, or all matte formulas, but I must say these shades, they mix so well together, you know? Because some, they're hard to like blend together or like, you know, mix well when you're mixing two colors together. So far, Dede Signature, yeah. And I heard that they improved since the last formula. I never bought any of their matte formulas before, like their matte palettes before, but I have bought like some of their singles. Actually, this is what I was buying before, like this and like the Fearless Holiday palette. I bought a few singles with the mattes. I mean, with the palette. But see, now it kind of created a pink color, you know? And I still have some pigment left on my brush. which is fine by me because you're gonna, you know, go back and forth to get your desired effect. This is cool for just those two shades. I'm gonna go back into that dark purple shade, and because I lost some in the crease and I lost some out here when I overlapped it, when I kind of mixed these two together, because the purples were kind of pulling together. I kind of want a little bit more of that dark purple. So we're gonna, you can take a finer liner brush, but I feel like this is finished enough because I'm gonna overlap it over the blue anyways again. And for the blue, do I need to go over with the light? I don't think I need to go over again with the light blue. This droplets. Oops, sorry, with this droplet shade. Yeah, nah. And this is more of a teal shade, you know? So yeah, we're gonna stick within this family. But yeah, and this is also magnetic. The Fearless Holidays one. The next palette, which is a collab palette that I got for the look 3, is not a magnetic shade. I mean palette. And you know what? I wish that one particular shade did not break because I really wanted to use it. But I guess this could, like, the shade that I'm thinking about for, like, you know, the one with Miriam, it reminds me of this shade, but more iridescent, you know? And I'm pretty sure I have something in my collection that's close to it. So I'm just going to have to look. But I'm very sad about that. That's it for the mattes. You could always go back in with some of the, ooh, I keep dipping my nails into it, into like the center shades. I thought about going in with this yellow, but it's not iridescent enough to go over the orange, you know? So, it's glitter today, as you can see. But let me put on my liner. Child. A black liner. Where's my eye tool? And we shall see. The fun part, glitter, because that's what I'm using this time around. Literally just had it. I'm gonna go into, for the pinkish parts, I'm gonna go into my customized palette from Slave Fire Cosmetics. I don't know what this shade is, but it's next to my silver shade, and can you see? Kind of. Let's turn down the exposure so you can see some of the undertones. See? You see that pink? Yeah, that's what I want. So that's what we will be putting on the outer edge. Where is it at? I'm just going to use my finger and kind of press. Ooh. Literally, right there. Ah! Sorry. I need to get a grip, y'all. I need to get a grip. Let me wipe it off my microfiber. And then, hold on. Child, let me just make sure I put this on back on, right? And then we're going to go in with, hold on. This is called Celine. Y'all see? Is it focus? Focus, bitch, focus. Whatever. It's from Celine. And this is from Jelly Wing Cosmetics. Hopefully, let me focus again because I'm trying to. There we go. I guess you can see it. So I'm gonna take my my silicone applicator that I got from AliExpress. They come in like several shades. I still have some left over, so I'm gonna press it around, literally. I'm trying to smear whatever I got on. There we go. So, see what I mean? Now let me see how much I can get off my silicone, because sometimes silicone tools is cool and all, but like sometimes that should be hard to like. There we go. Oh yes. And then there we go. And then let me use Always Saves these. And these have some kind of blue. I see a little bit of pink, so it works out well. Maybe I should have used it all over. Oh well, too late now. But I'm going to get some from the top lid and kind of just place it around. Ooh. Pink for the most part. Oh no, the glitter ripped my jelly. It will never be clean. First of all, this silicone must be really weak as fuck if a little speck of glitter doesn't cut through. But then again, glitter at the end of the day is plastic. So, damn it. Thank God these came in as sets so I could dispose of this. But, hey man, this is so fucking pretty. Anyways, let me put this back. But yeah, I see blue, a little bit of pink, at least blue to me. Blue to me. That pastel orange, of course, and, what else? Pink. This is so nice. That's it. I'm gonna go on some lashes because I want to get me some coffee outside. I don't feel like making coffee inside the house. Oh, and mascara. I don't know what oh, and a lip combo. The fuck, I'll be back. Whew. Listen, honey. Okay, I forgot. I hate this about myself. I feel like it's right in front of me, but I can't see it. Even with my glasses on, still can't see it. But I should go over my base, should I? Okay, real quick. Base is kind of the same. Vanessa B.O.M.B, number 9. Of course, to set, I use the tan. I use both shades. Okay, I use this within my cheeks and this on the outer perimeter, literally around the perimeter, and this only within the cheeks. The blush today was Rose and Brunch, also from Vanessa Marks. That's the kind of everyday neutral rose pinkish blush that I liked for everyday usage. What else? The highlighter. Also, this is from Dede Signature, the same highlighter that I used from the last one. So pretty, so pretty. And, dear God, I did swirl it with the Rose and Brand brush, the C40. You just kind of swirl it, and then, like, from the tip, whoosh, yeah, like, whoosh, it's so, I love this brush for everything. And I also use this for my, you know, face and contour and stuff for my powders today, instead of creams, because you can use this for, like, creams, powders, whatever, child. That's what I use it for. And then let me start putting my shit away. What else? What else did I use on my face? The center face, I did use shade 6 for the Vanessa B.O.M.B because I kind of want to use it up, especially as we get into the winter months. And did I put it away? Yes, I did. Sorry, you're gonna see my room a little bit. The About Face foundation on top, and this is MV2 neutral. I need to use this more often. I like this because, you know, number 6 on my face is bright. Okay, that's what I thought my winter shade was, but you know what, I'm just gonna have to, like, when it comes for year-round stuff, number 7 it is. I feel like shade 6 matches more with my chest for the Vanessa B.O.M.B, but when it comes from my face in general, number 7 it is. But we're trying to use what we got and finish it up. Same with let's see, shade 11, my face all around, but I have shade 10 matches with my chest. Okay, and as you can see, I have hyperpigmentation. Yeah, nah, let's go with my face, you know. And plus my face matches for the most part the rest of my body, so it's just the chest that be light skin as fuck, you know, because it never sees the sun for the most part, unless, like, I'm wearing a nice revealing top that shows my tatas. Then I might get a slight tan, but I really be doing that, child. And somehow my legs get more tan than, you know, the rest of my body, because I just wear jeans all the time. So it's like, it makes no sense anyways. Really, even in the summertime, really show my legs out. But my arms, especially this side, for some reason, this side be getting dark as fuck, child. Anyways, what else did I use on my face? Oh, I went in within my stash and I used the Laura Mercier Translucent Honey, because I was going to go with Huda, but I don't know. Nah, I like the feeling how the powder sits on my face. Sometimes Huda is very matte and it feels like it sucked the life out of your face. So, oh, concealer shade number 9 for Vanessa Marks, duh. But yeah, but like that Huda can like suck it out. That unless I spray my, I hadn't even set my face yet. Anyways, unless like I set my, you know, face with some kind of hydrating mist, it feels like, I don't know, child, like bone dry and shit. What else did I use on my face? Oh, 360 powder foundation from Fenty all over the face after I use my powders up. And what else? Yeah, that's it. Besides, you know, the eyeshadow palette. Mascara of today is the Clean Mascara from, or like, you know, Come Hell or High Water from whoever this brand is. I mostly bought it because this is the most expensive mascara I have in my collection, and this is a tubing mascara, so that's why I personally like it. I feel like sometimes, don't get me wrong, I like, you know, waterproof mascara for the most part. It's decent, but I feel like for the days that I don't care about waterproof mascara, because sometimes I don't want to wear waterproof mascara, mainly because I hate the difficulty of getting it off without micellar water, because sometimes I don't have it within my vicinity. Okay, sometimes I just want to, you know, and you know, the ones that's not waterproof does that for me, but also, like, the tubing mascara is as close as I can get to that. I remember I was in the heavy rain, and that tubing, when I tested both e.l.f. and this tubing one, babes, it was okay, and it's my first time hearing about it. So yeah, girl, and yeah, that's it. And of course the eyeliner and stuff, but girl, oh, the lips. So I did, like I said, go to the Black Girl Sephora, aka your local beauty supply store, and go to, you know, the makeup aisle. You're gonna go to Nakia K, New York, And she has, they have the, you know, the waterproof liners that everybody's been going. But this one is a darker brown. This is shade number 3, right? I also have, this is shade 1, my bad. Where's it at? No. Fuck. This is embarrassing. I can't see, bitch. Hold up. Hold up, ho. I literally used it the last time. What the fuck? It was right in front of me. Like I said, I can't see shit. And it's a very thin, whatever. Listen, whatever, okay? Shade 3. Okay, I have 2 shade 3s. One is for the lip, the waterproof lip liner, and the other one is for the gel liner for your eyes. This is the one for your eyes. I use it on the lid because, as you can see, it's a more cool tone brown. This is what I was hoping for the other shade 3 is, but the other shade number 3 is more warmish, you know? Like, it's not even my skin tone for my liner. So, this is a smidge darker, you know? So, yeah, I like it. This is for the gel eyeliner. Both of them are waterproof. Both of them last a long time. And, yeah, and I'm not going to lie. Maybe because I hadn't used a lip plumper. Okay, that's a lie. I have a lip plump balm that's also exfoliating. And that's from the Cocos. Hold on, let me show you. This is what I be using almost every night, you know, when I remember to do my skincare routine. And even if I don't do my skincare routine, I at least put this on at least once a day. So, this is what I be using, right? Let me put this back on my bed, child. But, yeah, but when it comes to other lip plumping products, that's it. That's the only one I use until I bought this one from Juvia's Place. It's like their lip plumping gloss. And this is Send Nudes. That's the shade of it. I love the color of it, but my God. It's starting to die down a little bit, but if this is this is how it feels on the lip. How did the Too Faced one be feeling? What the fuck? Because I be seeing the white girls losing their minds. Have you seen that stupid video where people were putting it on the face? That's a chemical burn, girl. The fuck? Anyways, whatever. Do what you want with your body. But let's look into the glitter. Ah! The matte tea. It's so tea. I love this so much. And that highlighter, bro. Especially on the nose. Just a little bit, whatever was left on the brush for the nose. Okay, let's turn it up. Ah! Jesus. Oh my God. You know what? I do like that applicator for the mascara because it's not clumping up my eyelashes. It kind of separates them perfectly. But Jesus. Oh my God. Jesus. Oh, you see a little bit of that pink? And it's just from that one glitter. I definitely should have put that glitter all over the lid, but I kind of want to mix glitters. I hadn't used glitters in my routine for a hot minute. And look at the highlighter. Come on, Dede signature. Oh, anyways, let's go back. Let's go back outside real quick. I kind of want to see it from this angle. Bitch. Ho. Let's go outside real quick. Oh, and on my lips, you can't see it. I definitely should have put it on first, but I'm using the shade sticks from the Nessa. It's the foil number 5 duo Astra. That's what I used on the top lid, but I put that on after the lip plumping gloss. Yeah, I'll do that first because, you know, it is waterproof though. I haven't used it on the eyes yet, but this is my first time using it besides swatching it, to be honest with you. So, yeah, girl. But I sent some swatches to my sister. Love it. Let's go outside, actually, before it's kind of getting dark. Okay, I got the exposure all the way down because if I even had it on normal, because I'm sitting right in front of the sun, it's just too damn bright. But, girl, look at this. Yeah. Girl, this highlight? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, baby. Yes. Oh, yes. I'm so in love with this eyeshadow look. And I'm so excited for the next one because it's also colorful. Come on, Dede signature. Shoot, I can't wait for the reveal for whatever they have up next for this October. Girl. But, girl, look at this. Hey, you guys. So, real quick about this tutorial. I'm kind of in a rush, but I'm going to show you my palette. Obviously, I'm going to show the swatches in 3, 2, 1. And here's the thing, right? Obviously, this thing is broken, but I found a few dupes. I'll insert the dupes I found real quick. Okay, you guys. So, as you know, did I include it in the video? I don't know if I should include it. I already sent it to the owner. So, when I first received this product, Pearl Glow shattered. Couldn't save it, whatever, you know. And obviously, this is a limited edition product. So, I can't really, you know. It's not like, you know, you can send a single shade out. So, whatever. She gave me a little gift card. That's cool, whatever. So, this top one is Pearl Glow. I'm trying to find dupes. And I feel like I have a few dupes within my collection. Ooh, so pretty. So, the most of these are shown by SD except for, you know, the Cleona one. Duh. So, I feel like this one that I replaced for, you know, my, you know, ColourPop Moon. This seems to be the closest one, which is the second row. Then you got the third row, fourth, and fifth. So these 4 could be possible dupes, as you can see. Hold on, let me take this one out real quick. Anyway, so as you can see, these are the ones I pulled from my personal collection. I didn't even look in the Terra Moon Cosmetics part. Sorry, my cat is going crazy over here. So obviously I used the shade Moonlight to replace Mood Control because the one from ColourPop is yellow, iridescent kind of shade. And this is more yellow than Pearl Glow, but this is honestly, hell yeah. Then the next best dupe would be Quartz. Another possible dupe, of course, for it is Crushing. And of course the last dupe, which it has some yellow, but it pulls off more green, to be honest with you. And that would be this Clionadh Cosmetics iridescent shade Spectrum. But top dupe, at least within my collection, is Moonlight by Shine by SD. Second best would be Quartz. The other two, not so much, you know? I feel like when it comes for the intensity, maybe Crushing. But y'all, look at these. But yeah, I feel like Moonlight is just spot on. Anyway, so I found the one that I'm going to be using if I decide to use it, because I definitely want to use it, child. I'm going to use this, like whatever's left on my eyes today. I don't know what look I'm going to do, but I'm going to figure it out. But literally, when I run out of this, this is like my little note to myself to use Moonlight as a duplicate, because look at this. And I'm sorry, I turned down the exposure so y'all can see. This is top one from the original one, Pearl Glow. And as you can see, oh, Jesus. Bro, look at these. Come on, Shine by SD Cosmetics. Shout out to us. Anyways, but yeah, this is perfect. Spot on. If you want kind of less intensity, maybe Quartz, and same with this. This is out of question because I feel like it has pulls some greens in most of the lighting for the most part. It does have some yellow, but Spectrum from Clionadh, not that much of a good dupe, you know? Anyways, that's it. Let me put this back in, and yeah. But here's what I used on my eyes today. Cocoa Drift. It's kind of a brown, but kind of a deep red. And Fire Horizon, Tropical Bloom, and Golden Hour. And I'm definitely going to be using this. I have yet to decide if I want to use Coral Beef, but Beef, what? But it's so then it's kind of like a nice blend between the yellow and the pink to make an orange, you know? So I'll probably use these 2 shimmers, to be honest with you, but at least you know what I'm using. Okay, because I'm scared. Obviously, this arrived like this, busted out. So yeah, whatever. Hello. Not much has changed with my face. I have yet to put on blush because I don't know what blush I want to put on. And this is the inspo. Okay. And I'm thinking about putting just a little bit of Coral Reef on this side. Actually, let me do this just a little bit of the shimmer, you know, like right where the pink meets that yellow, because I just want it to be like blend in more often. There we go. Okay, not that bad. And that's without a primer. So, and then I'll go in with Pearl Glow on the inner parts. Pearl Glow is so pretty, and it's upsetting me, my homegirls, that it fell apart, but I already found a dupe, so that's cool. That's the only shimmer I'm adding, actually. So let's get started. This is going to be a kind of silent tutorial, to be honest with you, because I've already showed you the colors I'm going to use. I cannot lift this thing up because it's broken, duh. But really quickly, when it comes for like these detail brushes, get small brushes for the details. This is actually from Blend Bunny. It's nice and tiny, so I'm going to use this into the Cocoa Drift to like really create that outline. And that's going to be like my main one to be using. Of course, I end up using some kind of small bullet like this, and I go in between Cocoa Drift and Fiery Horizon to get like the kind of seamless blend over here and down here. And of course, then I went in with a brush like this. If you have something in your collection like this is from Unearthly. It's a UC 8-5 brush, and I go into Tropical Bloom. It's such a pretty pink, and right above the red and down here, you know, bring it down here. Oh, and also with the liner brush, I dipped it back into Cocoa Drift for the eyeliner look. And of course, the bottom of my eye, I use this mixed into Cocoa Drift and Fire Horizon because they're on the same wavelength anyways. And like, of course, use the liner first to lay down Cocoa Drift down here, and then blend it out with Cocoa Drift and Fiery Horizon down here on my under eye. And of course, I ended up using Golden Hour overlapping the pink / reds to kind of make orange. Same over here, kind of makes a little bit more orange, but you know, it's not like you got to go back and forth. I ain't gonna do all that because I'm on it in a brush. But especially if you go in with a brush to kind of mix those 2 colors on the brush and then put it on your eye, because like when I was mixing certain colors together, like I was mixing Aqua Lagoon and Golden Hour together to make some kind of, you know, tealish greenish color. So good. So these, and it wasn't patchy, at least on my arm. Granted, I did it on my arm, so I'm not sure how it's going to look on the eye if you try to do this. But so far, these colors mix so well together. So there's that. And it's very interesting seeing how these colors mix up together. So yeah, I fuck with it. And when you mix, you know, Tropical Bloom and Golden Hour, it makes like a nice, I would say like closer to the base of Coral Reef, to be honest with you. Just a little bit of that tinge, but a lighter shade, because these are pretty much neon, in my humble opinion. Like Miriam and them did a good job when it comes for this collab. So yeah, and I'll probably go back in with that liner to like really outline that. But yeah, that's it. And proceed with the silent tutorial, y'all. Let's zoom in even better, much better. Oh, and before I forgot, I went in with Pearl Glow on the inner corner. You just saw me do that, right? And that, yeah, that is it. So again, we're gonna go in with the Cocoa Drift, and the rest gonna be quiet and a little bit faster, okay? Okay, we're done. Get into it. Do I have lashes on? No, because I didn't bother to look for the lash applicator. I know it's here somewhere. I'm just too lazy to look for it right now. And I just have on mascara. So let's look into it. Oh my God. The lip combo I'm wearing today, it's actually new to me liner, and that is the Juvia's Place liner, long wear liner in the shade Scorpio. It's kind of berry in tone, kind of like the lippy, you know. And then I used the shade Cool Teddy from MAC, because I want something a little pinkish, but I realized that I probably don't have that many pink lipsticks. If so, I got some downstairs. And then a little bit of Candy Cute in the center, and then blot it out a little bit. But yeah. Oh, for my cheeks, I use the shade Golden Hour. Is it Golden Hour? No, Bellini. I use the shade Bellini as a blush, and then went on top of it with Dede Signature's highlighter. Expect me to be using this highlighter for every look, okay? So there's that. That's the look. And of course, in high key, I kind of want to use a little bit of Pearl Glow. Sorry, my cat is over here playing. So I kind of want to use Pearl Glow on my cheeks, but you know what? That's doing too much, right? Doing a little too much. And I did eventually use the orange shimmer that's on here, bro. I love it a lot, though. I love this look. Obviously, this eye ends up looking better than this eye, which is crazy because I started off with this eye. But you know what? Sometimes when you first start off, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. But when you mix that yellow shade and that pink shade, it makes a beautiful orange as a good base for the orange shimmer on top. This one, I didn't have the orange mixed up. I just put the orange shimmer, and that was pigmented in mauve. You see how pigmented that shimmer is? That orange shimmer is? Yeah. Without no primer. Because I'm going to be wiping this off anyways. But oh my God. But yeah, girl. This is it. Let me not wipe my lens, but let me turn down the exposure. Because this is so pretty. This is very pretty. I love this type of and this highlighter. I'm so obsessed. Let's go outside, okay? Let's go outside real quick. But I'm so obsessed with this shimmer. Okay, hopefully y'all can see me because I can barely see the screen with the sun slowly coming out. But oh my God, I'm so bitch. Yes, 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 and yes. Let's turn down the exposure a little bit. How does it look? You tell me because I cannot see my screen. Oh my God, it's so pretty, bro. Come on, Dede Signature. This is so cute. Anyways, this is it. Can I zoom in a little bit? I don't even know if I zoomed in or not, but hey, let's see how this is looking. It's so pretty, bro. Anyways, y'all, I'm done for today. I'll see you the next time for the last look with Dede signature, okay? But so far, the mattes are like splendid. I never had to deal with the previous MAC formula because, you know, it is what it is. But I already eye a few palettes I want to get from them. So if they have the new MAC formula in them, I'm buying it, okay? All right, you guys, here we are with the very last work for this episode of Use That Damn Palette. And here's the swatches for the Broken Jewels. This is such a nice spicy neutral palette. Ugh, get into these shimmers, child. Oh my god, like, it's so fire. It's so fire. I definitely should have used that blue shimmer, but you know, I forgot how iridescent it kind of is, you know. But oh my god, let's get into this look. So this might be one of my favorite palettes from them, but oh my god, like, this is such a nice neutral palette. And let's start with a blank canvas, okay? Something a little bit brighter than your skin tone, and we're gonna go into that shade Midnight Obsidian with a pointer brush because I'm trying to get a nice clean cut crease so that way I have less work to do because I'm kind of in a rush. I don't feel like cutting my crease as much, so this is the best way to do that. And I'm going in a circular motion instead of a cat eye that I kind of wanted to do originally, but I was like, nah, fuck it, let's go with something more rounded and blown out. So we're gonna do the same thing below because we're going to blend it out with a different shade. Like a slightly dense but kind of fluffy brush a little bit, and going into that Graphite Smoke shade. It's that gray shade at the bottom, and you're going to go right on top of that black and kind of blend it out, but not too far up because I want just enough space because we're going to mix the Graphite Smoke and the Opal Dust, which is that matte to white shade, as a mixer, and kind of lighten up that gray shade because the gray comes off a little bit darker, okay, even on this on my skin tone, I should say. So yeah, we're just gonna mix those two up so that way it kind of lightens that up. You see, oh my goodness, like, these mattes are so nice to work with, to mix with each other. And of course we're going to do a lot of mixing of certain shades together because, honey, it's so nice. But I went in with a fluffy brush after I go back and forth between those two shades to get a nice lighter gray shade. So going with that same brush that's been wiped off with the microfiber, I'm going into the shade Midnight Teal. I'm telling you, Midnight Teal on camera, it looks just as dark as that black shade. High key, I could have gotten away with using Midnight Teal, but I wanted to use as much matte shades as possible. So on the inner corner, and we're also going to mix that Shattered Amethyst with Midnight Teal to kind of lighten up that blue, because it's a really dark navy, but I kind of want it to be more of a mid-tone navy. You know what I'm saying? So see how mixing those colors brings out that blue even more? Yeah, that's what I want. Just go back and forth with Midnight Teal if you want to darken it up, or, you know, bring out more of the blue. And then with that same shade that's been wiped off, actually a shader brush, I'm going to go in with Shattered Amethyst and go all the way in, like the rest of the lid. And we're gonna kind of switch back and forth between Shattered Amethyst and Opal Dust on the inner corner to kind of lighten it up a little bit. You see how, like, I'm kind of mixing those two shades in? Yeah, just keep blending. But oh my god, these shades, these matte shades, just work so well together, and they mix well together. So I'm glad that this palette is actually magnetic. But yeah, girl, this is nice. And I'm just wiping off the dust from my under eye. Your favorite glitter of your choice. I'm deciding to go with a chunky glitter, and I feel like that glitter that I chose has a blue undertone that brings out that navy. And
complements that purple shade.
Okay, y'all, I'm back with yet another video. Of course, this is the final look. I am loving this, okay? But again, this is the second palette, Broken Jewels, that you know, had a few shades. Actually, a good part of the shades like almost come out, like Rose Ruin, Golden Shard. That's the one that almost fell out. Actually, the whole thing fell out, but I managed to like save it and like hard press that shit back in. And Lava Spark was about to like pop out too, so I like pressed it back in. I don't know what's going on lately, but this is my thing, okay? But again, the mattes are really nice to mix up colors so I can like lighten up shades and stuff. I'm glad that she included a white within one of her palettes, because then I could go in and like mix in with other shades, you know? This Midnight Teal is very dark on me, almost looking black. If anything, I could have, you know, skipped the black and went straight in with the Midnight Teal mixed with the gray if I really wanted to, but I was like, nah, let's try to use as much mattes as we can. So again, for this look, you know, I went in with Midnight Addison, also Midnight Teal. I used the Shattered Amethyst, Opal Dust, and Graphite Smoke. I'm loving this a lot. I might get the next palette that she has right here for the roots, you know, but so far I'm really liking it. And I can't wait to get to like mostly like these neutral shades, especially some of these shimmers, because I didn't play with the shimmers this time around because I went in mostly matte look with a glitter look, because I'm trying to use up, you know, these glitters, these custom glitters, child. I use like some kind of chunky blue glitter from who's this from? Oh, Slayfire Cosmetics. I got the custom one for me with mostly iridescent shades, but bro, I'm loving it, okay? And for the lip combo, shout out to Black Girl Sephora. This is, you can get it at your local beauty supply store. Nakia A. I use the eyeliner gel liner for that dark brown lippy that's almost black, and then I went over it and like, you know, buff it out with the lip liner in the shade 4. So 2 for the eyeliner gel, and then 4 for the lip liner, and both of them are waterproof. And then from the same company, actually before then, I went in with the foiled part for number 8, okay, from Danessa Myricks. What is this? Meteorite? Yes, this is part of their duo. And I went over on top here, and then on the bottom here. It dries down really quickly, so I waited for it to dry down before I went over it with also from Nakia K, New York. And this is number 4 for like their sheer glaze. You know, it's like a dupe for probably many other things. But yeah, girl, I'm like obsessed. It's clashing with my green. On camera, it's not, you know, catching up. I'm pretty sure on camera, my hair looks black, but it's clashing with my green. Hair, but that's cool. Blue, greens, purples, looks good. And yeah, girl, so let's like, just so nice. I went in with it, girl, for my blush. I went in with a pink setting powder, you know, and I'm loving this kind of blown out distressed look, child. And I tried a new foundation today. How does it look? I feel like with my forehead, I should put more foundation powder to like blur out that powder, but I'm going to wash it all off anyways. This is the One Size. I got 2 foundations while they were on sale on TikTok. This is the One Size Beauty matte turn up the base. I didn't use it by itself. I used it with the Danessa balm powder underneath. Duh. Maybe one day I will go back in to see how full coverage it is over my dark spots. But right now my skin is a little bumpy around here because I keep picking at like, you know, the scabs and like pimples and shit. So now I have to go in with Miss Danessa. And this is medium dark 55N. And the next time I will use the other one that I have, which is here somewhere. And it's the 60 G, which is golden. And that's the medium dark also. So it's literally one shade above this, because when I went in store, I tried both of them and they both look good on me. So I just want to see which one it looks better. You know, I'm going to keep both of them, duh. But yeah, this is the 60, what is it? Medium dark 60G, which is golden and is neutral, since I have more neutral undertones, but I feel like I pull more golden, you know, which is why I stay away from more cooler undertones when it comes for like foundation, because it kind of looks more reddish, you know. Anyways, I'm loving it. I'm loving this. Let's go outside real quick because I'm hungry and I want to get some food before work. And yeah, actually I got my ass up so I can like, you know, while the sun was like more in this direction, but the sun is slowly going down. So let's kind of see how it, ooh, that blue glitter over that purple, that lilac purple. Fuck yeah. And hopefully it shows up for like my lippy. Probably not, but you see a little bit of it. Just a little bit. I'm loving this a lot. Anyways, that's it for this video. Dede signature. I see you. I don't know what's going on with the package lately. with these shimmers. I feel like they're not as hard pressed into the pan, and that's why they come in shattered, but they do have, like, you know, the styrofoam. So before I remove the styrofoam for good measure, I pressed that joint in before I even took off the styrofoam, because like the last two palettes out, and oh, that iridescent shimmer from the collaboration, oh, love it so much. But the collaboration isn't magnetic. This one, however, it is magnetic, but because of how delicate the shimmers are, I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably won't be moving the shimmers as much, to be honest with you, just to be safe, on the safe side. So yeah, girl, that is it. I'm about to go out real quick, get me some food, hang out with my auntie, and wash it all off and put on a new face, hopefully for tonight. Okay, bye bye.